Hey Fragrance family, I'm Daver and I'm a fragrance bro. Today I want to do a video on some of the smoothest fragrances I've ever tried. The House of Vagabond Prince. Now I've mentioned Vagabond Prince a couple of times. I have a review of Enchanted Forest. I'll have a link down below to that if you want to go watch that. Spectacular fragrance. We'll get into that in a minute. And I also have an unboxing of Enchanted Forest. And this will also go to kind of show what the bottles look like. The bottles and boxes, very similar. Obviously just with a slightly different design and color motif. Here it is right here. It sits right here in this little cool little thing. Vagabond Prince was started by the creators of Fragrantica. Fragrantica, obviously, huge name in the perfume world. Great website. I go to it every day. They created their own fragrances. It first started with Enchanted Forest being the first, and then they came out with 3 other ones. They were all created by master perfumer Bertrand Duchefort, which has a tremendous portfolio of fragrances. Some of my favorite fragrances are by him. So great. Really great that they got just an amazing perfumer for this line. And so let's go over some of the fragrances here. We'll go over Enchanted Forest first, since you're probably already aware of what I think about that. Enchanted Forest is one of my favorite springtime scents. It is one of the best green, juicy, fresh scents out there. It's based really on blackcurrant, and they do a lot of things with blackcurrant in it, and they have a ton of different notes. I'll read just some of the notes here. Pink pepper, blackcurrant leaf, hawthorn, rum and wine, rosemary, blackcurrant buds, absolute, CO2 blackcurrant, coriander, honeysuckle, carnation, vetiver, keeps going, opopanax, benzoin, amber, oak moss, fir balsam, absolute, patchouli, cedar, vanilla, and musk. All I get is blackcurrant. Apparently it's supposed to be inspired by I believe it's the Baltic forest, I'm not really sure, but it's that part of the world in Eastern Europe, and blackcurrant grows a lot there. So apparently there's forests where blackcurrant is wild. So there's that. In America, I've never smelled blackcurrant in the wild. Despite that, it is amazing. It is an incredible fragrance. So green, so juicy, almost has a slight bubblegum quality to it. I just love it. I wear it a lot in the spring, and I've been wearing it a lot recently. Their next release was called Land of Warriors, which is one of the coolest names for a fragrance. Land of Warriors is a leather and rum based scent, and it is just as good as it sounds. It is so dang smooth. So for Land of Warriors, I have a sample here, which there's the kind of motif they're going with. Really cool. I really love the design they put into this. It's really cool. So the notes listed on this are really just accords. They didn't really list all the notes. It just says vegetal leather, mineral and spicy leather, animalic leathery effect, smoky leathery effect. And there is leather in this. You can't deny that there's leather in this, but there's more going on. To me, I get a really nice spiced rum in the back. So there is a good deal of spice there, and a good deal especially of booziness there. As it dries too, there's an amber accord that is pretty noticeable as well. To me, it's very masculine and manly and very rich smelling. It smells really premium, and it really smells like there's skill involved in the perfume. Like, this is one of those fragrances where you smell it and you're like, wow, that is just a masterpiece. And I could also say it's piratey. Probably not used a lot in fragrances. It has a piratey type of smell with the spice, rum, and leather. Also too, this fragrance is very strong. I only did a couple of sprays from a sample, and it was pretty beastly. Now, when they released Land of Warriors, I believe they also released Swan Princess at the same time. Swan Princess is a very feminine offering for their line, and it has a very feminine motif as well. So the notes for this are pink pepper, bergamot, gardenia, mimosa, iris, rose, peony, musk, sandalwood, and vetiver. I definitely get the iris and the rose. And I really love gardenia. I don't really get much gardenia. They said a hint of gardenia in the notes here, so maybe it's way in the background. There's a lot of greenness in this scent, and there's some high points here as well. It is on the powdery side, so if people don't really like powdery scents, this might not be their thing. I wouldn't say this is a powder bomb though. Now as it dries, the sandalwood and the vetiver are a perfect match here, and it really smooths out a lot of any kind of rough edges that it might have, and it really makes this kind of buttery, smooth, woody quality in the base. It's really nice. It really matches well with the top. Also too, I don't really know why, but this has a slight Play-Doh note. And Play-Doh is one of the most iconic scents out there. And so I can't get away from that. A lot of times whenever I smell this, I smell a little bit of Play-Doh in here. This is a very floral scent, so it's not necessarily my thing, but I will say that I think it will fit on a lot of men. Though it's floral, it's not super overtly feminine, meaning that I think a lot of men who like floral type scents will actually like this. So Vagabond Prince, not to be outdone by their previous 3 offerings, decided to go in a completely different direction, and their newest release is Bass Solo, which is pretty funny. The first 3 obviously have a very whimsical type of feel, very nostalgic, very much in the nursery rhyme or fairy tale theme, and then they released Bass Solo, which I just thought was so funny. It sits at such a weird place in their line, but at the same time, it fits. It's so strange that it works. As far as the scent, it really fits in a place in their line, which is completely different and matches a lot with the quality and the care that's put into the other scents. You just have to get over the name. Now, I'm a guitar player, and I actually really like the fact that it's guitar themed. This is for bass, obviously. But one of the cool things about this, and many of you may not know this, if you're a guitar player or bass player, you might. A lot of really high-end electric basses use very exotic woods because they're really good on sustaining lower end notes. So in a lot of higher end basses, you'll see notes like zirconia, you'll see whinge, you'll see zebra wood, you'll see Macassar ebony, you'll see a lot of different types of exotic woods. And a lot of those exotic woods have a very oily, almost resinous, and almost acidic type of smell to them. And this has that type of smell. So let me read some of the notes. Saffron, ginger, lime, cardamom, lavender, Morocco cedar wood, Virginia cedar wood, fig milk, birch tar, sandalwood, amber, driftwood, whinge accord, musk, apopanax, amyris, and patchouli. Now right away whenever I smell this scent, besides the fact that it does actually remind me of exotic woods, it has an almost spiritual quality about this scent. I've talked about this before, but there's some scents out there that to me really have a mystical, almost spiritual type of effect. Amber Absolute by Tom Ford is one of those fragrances. This is another one. And it really puts you in this really different set of mind whenever you wear it. And I actually like that because it's completely different than a lot of scents out there. This is a very rare exception to how most scents feel. Now, as for the other notes besides the wood, I definitely get the other ones. I definitely get lavender. I definitely get ginger and cardamom. Those are layered on top of the woods, but they really do accentuate that type of spicy feel to it, which is nice. This scent is a little bit on the sharp side, but it's supposed to be. It definitely has a sharper edge to it rather than a softer edge like a lot of modern woody scents have. I really like the sharpness here though, because it's not so sharp that it stings your nose. It's just sharp enough to say that it's bold, and it's very bold, and it is very strong. I love this line. I can't say enough about them. I really like the direction that they've gone, and even though I think it's funny that they took a left turn and made Bass Solo, I really like the overall theme of the house, which is that fairy tale, whimsical type of feel. They have a great value for what you get. $180 for 100 ml. Compared with some really top dollar niche scents, this is a steal for what you get. The quality is impeccable. This is one of the best lines for quality that I've ever smelled. It is just that good. I really can't say enough about this line. It is just superb. It's one of the best conceived lines from top to bottom, and I love a lot about each of these scents. Probably my favorite from the line is Enchanted Forest. Land of Warriors being my second favorite. I would wear the heck out of that. And then Bass Solo being my third. I would wear that occasionally. And then Swan Princess being my last choice, only because I don't really love to wear a powdery floral scent. But I can still recommend that to a lot of other people. There's something in this line for everyone. And I say you've got to try them out. They have samples of their line that you can find on their website, so definitely go and check them out. As for now, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. I'll love you for it. I'll see you next time. I'm Dave with the Fragrance Brothers. Bye. Thanks everyone for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to check out my other channel, Beast Made Reviews, where me and a friend review high quality products for men. You might like it. Go check it out.